So I am hanging out. I got a meeting in a few, so I'm hanging out with y'all, working on an immigration report. And yeah, that's it. Just hanging out. Let's go live on TikTok as well. Because apparently I don't do that enough.
Guys, I just realized that in that song I was...
Let's go live. Working. God, I don't know if these are allergies or what is going on, but it's beating me down. Oh, that reminds me, I have to do a video today and get back to the brand. Hey, hey, hey. Oh. Hey there. Welcome, y'all. Y'all just hanging out with me while I get some work done. Haven't been on live in forever. So just stopping by. Hi there, Justin. Outdated Urban. Welcome, welcome. Lamb, hi, welcome. How's it going, everyone? Happy Tuesday. I need some advice. Sir, do I look like a sir? I want you on. Let me block G because I don't have time for stupidity like that. Have a good day. Hi there. You're from Turkey. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm those childish things, like, no, I'm not here for that. You have Yale rules. I don't know what that means. You can now customize the badge. I don't know what that means. Hi, Lamb. Welcome back. What's going on with you? Still endorsing Disturbed. Awesome. Welcome back. How's everyone doing? What's going on? Where are you tuning in from? Let's chat while I get some work done. I'm going to change my glasses because, as you can see, they turn into sunglasses when I'm in the sun, and I'm kind of in the sun right now. So just give me a second. Great. My meta glasses. Hi there, Melly. Welcome. Welcome. We're just hanging out, getting some work done, and changing my glasses. Just change my glasses. These are better. Hey there, everyone. I don't know if these are allergies or a cold. I don't know what's going on, but it's getting crazy. Disturbed. Sleeping. Sleep. disturbance. Changes in which crude over. Hey there, welcome y'all. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I ain't been live in a minute. Thank you, Lamb. Thank you so much. Hey there, hey there, hey there. So I'm just working live in a minute. Just getting some stuff done before my meeting at 3:30. How's everyone else doing? Finally caught alive. Hey there, Bright Beginnings. How are you? I'm here. I'm live. I can answer questions. We can talk. I don't really have a set schedule. I kind of just do things randomly. But I'm here. Good. I cannot complain, even though I think I don't know if this is allergies or cold or the weather's changing, but my body's trying to adjust. But other than that, I have no issues. Did you go to Harvard for real? No, I did not go to Harvard, but my brother went to Harvard, and I'm from Boston, so I always will rep the school, the greatest school in the land. So no, I did not go to Harvard. Hey, Telly, how are you? Sometimes I think about applying to Harvard, but as somebody who has no student loans, I'm very cautious about how I navigate this idea about going back to school. I'm very reluctant. It would have to be like an amazing situation to get me to go back to school. I'm 36. I'm good, Telly. How are you? How's everything going? I'm 36 years old. I'll be 37 in December, which is a couple months. Usually by now, I already have my birthday outfit. I already have my birthday plans, but my twin sister, who I share a birthday with, obviously, she just had a baby, so like things look a little different. So maybe we might go somewhere real quick and come back, cause like there's a little one now. Or I'll do something with my husband. So we'll see. I don't know. How long have you been in LCSW? I got my LCSW in 2018, October 2018, actually. So today will actually make exactly. I'm not a math person. 2025 minus. Let me see. Do it the old-fashioned way. 2018, 115, 7. So 7 years exactly is when I've been in LCSW. But I've been in the field since 2011. That's when I first got into grad school, I think. It first started interning and all that. So 7 years of clinical LCSW, to answer your question. Birthdays are different with babies, and that's my twin sister, so she's always gonna be my road dog. So like, I'm just waiting for her to decide what she want to do, then I'll go with what she want to do. I don't. She said she's not quite ready to leave the baby with her husband like full time. Even though she trusts him, but like she's just like it feels like it's a lot for him. So I get it. Happy birthday, Lamb. Happy birthday, Lamb. Yeah, birthdays are different, so but it's okay. I mean, I'm 37. It's not really a big milestone. I'll be 37. It's not really a big milestone birthday for me, so like whatever. A nice dinner, call it a night. Yep. Waiting to book my one-to-one with you so I can quit my job. I'm ready when you are. I did, so just a quick FYI. Yesterday I posted about how I raised my prices. That does include the one-to-one work with me. But also with it, I guess even exchange with that, I did increase the time period, right? Before it was like just 30 minutes, now it's 45 minutes for $149.99. But see, the thing with imposter syndrome, so tell me, where are you? What space are you working in? Like, tell me what that looks like. Because me, and I'm not saying this to brag, but I genuinely don't have imposter syndrome, right? Like I truly believe, and I think it's because of my faith. I was thinking about this yesterday. Like I have really strong faith, right? I truly believe that any space that I'm in, I'm destined to be there. Like I'm supposed to be there. God has told me I'm supposed to be there. God has aligned it to make it that way. Hi, Corinne. Is it Corinne's? I think. Hi. Yeah, so what I was saying, like, I truly believe any and every space I'm in is because I'm supposed to be there. So, like, this idea that of imposter syndrome. And again, when we think about imposter syndrome, it's not technically doesn't meet criteria for a syndrome, right? It's like I heard somebody say describe it as like the imposter phenomenon, right? So this idea that when we go into spaces, and it happens for various reasons, like microaggressions, racist, out overt racism, just misogyny, like all these things and dynamics are taking place in these spaces, but I still don't feel like I'm not supposed to be there, right? And so like I encourage people to challenge like these narratives that you've been told. I encourage people to challenge some of the ideas that kind of and where they're coming up from, right? Like I'm huge on EMDR. I think EMDR can be absolutely amazing for a lot of people. Like and I think imposter phenomenon is how I'm gonna kind of use that term, but I think it can be really helpful for a lot of like working professionals. I've done like I feel like most of my caseload is like high functioning, really like on top senior women of color who are at these companies, who are at these tech companies or whatever companies, and like they naturally get confronted with imposter syndrome or imposter phenomena. And like we do a lot of EMDR and it like just helps them break through that. And so I'm a huge advocate of EMDR if you haven't tried that. Um, I think I haven't mainly because I work federal, so it's scary leaving the security blanket. Oh, I know that firsthand. Like I used to work for the VA, and I remember my parents calling me like all sorts of names, like not sorts of names. They were just like scared for me. They're just like, "Why are you leaving the VA? Like that's the government. You know how hard people work to get into the government." But what I had to come and realize and understand was that like if I wanted to grow or become the clinician or become the social worker that I knew I truly wanted to be, I could not do that remaining in the VA, right? And so like it's this idea of breaking free from these golden handcuffs because they weren't serving me, right? It was a job, it was passing time, but it wasn't fulfilling me, it wasn't helping me grow, it wasn't help challenging me in any way. I was just doing these mundane stuff, and it was just like, yeah, the security is great. Well, the perceived security now, because you look at the government now, where it used to be like, oh, like you were invincible, and now with this administration, is question all that. So like for me, I knew if I wanted to grow, I could not remain at the VA. Okay, hello, how are you? Glad I caught your live. I'm good, Terry. How are you? Can I ask a question? Go for it. I used to work for the VA also, same. Yeah, it's draining. Like every day I would go in there, I'm just like, this can't be my life. This can't be my life for the next 20 years. Like this cannot be it. I'm like, God, if this is the best you got to do for me, then how can I trust you, right? And so like I took that leap and I left, and I have no regrets. And I remember last year there was like the VA was doing a big hiring spree down here in Georgia. Well, like in the Metro Atlanta area, like they needed social workers so bad, and like one of the girls that worked there, she like contacted me. She's like, "Anim, they'll start you off at XYZ." I'm like, I don't care what y'all pay. I ain't going back there. Oh, what's your question? Sorry, Karen, I missed the question. Is it true that once you graduate an MSW student, we don't need to take the LG exam in DC? I don't know. I'm not familiar with DC and the LG exam. I'm from Boston, so I think actually I don't want to even misquote. I don't want to lie to you. I have no idea what the situation is in DC. I'm not even licensed there, so unfortunately, I'm not too sure. I'd encourage you to check out your board website and see. What did I do? Oh, sorry. I'd encourage you to check out your board website and see what they say about that. So sorry about that. Yeah, no. So going back to this imposter syndrome, let me break down EMDR a little bit to y'all, right? So like, there are these narratives, there are these messages we've been told over time, like life situations, trauma, stress, all these things. And by the way, this is a journal that I created for EMDR clinicians to keep track of sessions. And so this idea that we hold on to these messages, and what EMDR is really great for is just like reprocessing some of those traumatizing, those narratives rather, right? Forget traumatization for a second. And so we're looking at some, and we kind of keep track of patterns, right? When's the first time you've kind of been aware of or been told this message about yourself? When's the worst time that this message has been reinforced for you? Or what's the most recent memory around this sort of message that you kind of hold on to? And so we identify those target sequences, and then we go through that through the reprocessing, right? And the goal, like, and so for example, we'll go through something like not feeling good enough or something like that with a client. And so what it boils that what we'll end up kind of discovering is just like, this one particular incident happened that they never resolved with themselves. And so like in many ways it's them going back there and kind of talking through it, right, and resolving that for themselves. And then so to get to the present day where like that thing is no longer impacting them. So because whether you believe it or accept it or not, I was just watching something earlier, like those messages are impacting how you show up. So many of us are holding on to these narratives that no longer serve us, that we may have heard or we're holding on to for whatever reasons, and like that they literally impact how you show up. So like I think a lot of us could benefit from EMDR. I did it. It was powerful. I did like 3 sessions and that's all I needed. So I'm a huge advocate for EMDR. But that's to tell you about imposter syndrome. Like again, having faith and kind of working through your own stuff. I just don't believe that there's space for imposter phenomenon within that. That was a long-winded way to say that. My bad. Let's see. I just got a license. I have an LDAC one, a licensed alcohol addiction clinician. I'm trying to figure out how to start private practice. Do you go through Headway or get credentialed on your own? Terry, I think it depends on number one, the state that you're in, right? And secondly, you can do Headway, which I can send you a link for to sign up. I just don't know. Let me look at it right now to actually tell you whether or not they work with LDACs. I know many people do get licensed and, start to panel with insurances independently. I think that's a great route to go. And starting your online practice, Headway is not always a bad idea. Let me see if they take LDAC 1. Give me a second. I haven't been on the website in forever. I got so many windows up. Headway. Let's see. They do. Oh, you're from Boston. I'm from Springfield. Yes, I'm from Boston, but I went to UMass Amherst, so I'm somewhat familiar with Western Mass. So if they do it, I can send you my link, and then you can register from there. I mean, I think that's an excellent way to get started. The thing is, they don't necessarily give you a referral, so you're still going to have to do the legwork in terms of like getting your clients, filling your caseload. And so you want to start thinking about strategic ways that you can possibly align with private practice clinicians or other private practice clinicians, because you'd be that already. And getting your caseload filled. I mean, getting insurances can also send you referrals. People who are mandated clients working with courts and things like that can be a great way to start filling that caseload. So let me know if you want that link. I can send that to you. Yes. Oh, awesome. Flash go through this. No, you ain't gotta do that. I hate like when they tell me to start asking y'all for roles and stuff like that. Like, I save your, like, no, we don't need that. Oh, I have clients I work with in the field and have people that want to come on board. So then, the thing with Headway is the other practitioners have to be licensed if you want them to be a part of your practice. So again, let me know if you want me to send you the link, or I'm happy to kind of answer anything else. Okay, thanks. What route did you go? Me, I started at community mental health once I got licensed. And then I did my 2 years, got my student loans forgiven, and then I broke out and went into my own private practice. So I was very strategic on how I did it, because student loan forgiveness was very important for me, because that meant freedom in a lot of ways. So awesome. Terry, I will send you that link right now. But yeah, I did community mental health first before I jumped into private practice, because I wanted my student loans forgiven. So I don't think you going directly into practice is a bad idea either, especially with your specialization. Let me see if I'm just trying to log into my portal, Terry. So give me a second. All right, just awesome. What clinic are you at, if you don't mind me asking? 2 years for forgiveness. That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I talked about this before, but the HRSA, the health resource, I can't even remember what it stands for. It's basically it's a federal program where like they after 2 years of service, they will forgive your student loans up to $50,000 for the first 2 years, up to $75,000 for 3 years, and I think $100,000 for the 75 $100,000 for 4 years or something like that. And if you're in LJAC, right? If you're in substance abuse, it's actually more than general mental health. So like it's an awesome program. I know it's not easy working in community mental health. I was just talking to my old supervisor about that because like she just feels like she's drowning in community mental health. It is not easy. It definitely is a struggle, but like the benefits are like it was like I got my salary plus my student loans forgiven. So like you for me you can't beat that. You have to work for federal. Oh. So the program is HRSA, right? It's the Health Resource and Services Administration. And they have, and through HRSA, they have the special health program for healthcare providers. Now, licensed clinicians are considered healthcare providers. And so the only thing is, or the small caveat is that they have windows of when their application cycles open. And so I think they just had one in September. They had one in May. So, like, if I'm estimating right, the next one will probably be open around the next couple of months. So, you have to be the best way to do that. Just go onto the HRSA website, right? That's hrsa.gov, and just register or sign up for the email listserv so that you'll know when they got when the next cycles are opening up. I got 95K in student loans. That's a lot of money. I mean, when I graduated with both my degrees, I had about 45. Then after interest hit, it was like 53 or something like that. But by the grace of God, those all like, I don't think y'all understand how free I feel because I don't have student loans. Like, I don't have to stay at a job that I don't want to stay at. I don't have to be doing, like, I don't have to work full time if I don't want to, right? Because my car is also paid off. Like, my houses pay for themselves. It's just the like the ultimate freedom. That's why I say if I go back to school, like you bet your bottom dollar it was free. Like I would never go back to school and pay for it. Like that is absolutely not because it's not worth it in a lot of instances, particularly in this mental health field. I can't say like for medicine because I'm not a physician, right? It's absolutely worth it for physicians. It's absolutely worth it for dentistry. It's absolutely worth it for maybe some engineers. But for a mental health clinician, I can do everything I need to do right now at the stage that I'm at. And that's just it. It's HRSA, so Health Resources and Service Administration. Just type it in hrsa.gov. And they have the loan repayment programs. So just when you get on the website, just look for that. And the loan repayment program that I specifically did was the NHSC, but you'll see that on the website, hrsa.gov. Damn, I still can't get into, for some reason I can't get into Headway. They making me. You're welcome. And like I said, I'm just looking to get into my account and then I'll send you over that information, Terry. But congratulations, you're well on your way. I mean, since you're a Mass, I would look into Mass Health. I would look into whatever other payers are in your area. I think that's a great start to kind of get going. You are, my phone blocked out your voice. Say that name again. Oh, HRSA, Health Resource. Let me see. Health Resource and Services Administration.gov. HRSA.gov. That's the name of the program. Or the website, rather. You are welcome. 964490. Yes, Mass Health takes forever to get certified, so I'm thinking use Headway and then get certified in between. I think that's a good idea. That's a good idea because the thing is, when you work for Headway, you then become a 1099 contractor, and it sounds like you're you want to be you want to own your practice, you want to own your business, and so like I think you get paneled with Headway, and then you do your own thing on the side, so you're not strictly like dependent on Headway, right? Because when you're working with Headway, you consider it a 1099 contractor. So I would definitely do that. Where's my code? Who's this diva? Anim Aweh. I'm joking. Yes, the HNIC. What's HNIC? I don't know what that is. Welcome, y'all. Welcome. I was supposed to begin. So I was supposed to be working on an immigration report, but I'm here chatting with y'all before my meeting at 3:30. I just got the number 2. Oh, thank you for the gifts or the hearts. Thank you. My dog just died. I'm sorry to hear that, Lamb. And Terry, you're welcome. For whatever reason, I can't get into my account, but like I got you, and I will get that to you ASAP. I'm good. How are you? Sorry, I'm like fumbling over my words. You must be young. I'm not gonna type up what that is. Head person in charge. Oh, I think I got it, Terry. Got it. You ain't got to type it out. I think I know. Sorry. I'm great. How are you, girl? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, Terry. So what was I talking about? A bunch of different things. Yeah, imposter syndrome or imposter phenomenon. That I don't subscribe to that. Every place that I'm in, I'm supposed to be, and if it don't work, that's all right. I wasn't supposed to be there. I'm just kind of that's just the way I approach it. Busy and tired a little, but here I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I feel like this is the first week that I've gotten that it's pretty slowed down. Lamb, I'm so sorry to hear that. You are in my thoughts and prayers. Can't be easy. Working on speaking real now to submit to a few companies for workshops. Awesome. Love to hear it. You got to put yourself out there. I tell people all the time, put yourself out there. That's how people are going to find you. I mean, there are people obviously that build really big platforms and I think do a really great job in doing so and can get it off of that. But for some of us who may not be at that point yet, you got to put yourself out there and let the people know who you are. You're welcome. Awesome. Maybe I'm not. Okay, Terry, I think I had to close my account, which is fine. I don't care. Yep, creating our own. I don't wait for nobody. You got to put yourself out there. Um, Speaking of which, I got to follow up with a couple people, but yep. Thank you, Terry. Thank you. It has not been easy. Trust me on that one, especially the group practice. That wasn't for, I thought that was the necessary next step that I needed to take as a clinician. What I quickly found that it was not for me. And it wasn't for me for kind of couple of reasons. Number one is just like I was spreading myself too thin. So like one some of the things to think about or consider if you're like wanting to do group practice is like think about like if you can hire or contract out the supervision, right? Because I was a clinical director, I was a clinical supervisor, I was like management, I was billing, like I was wearing all these roles, and it was just burning me out to the point like it just didn't feel good anymore, and it stopped making sense, and it also stopped making financial sense for me. I thought like it was going to be the cash cow, and like unless your practice is 100% cash based, then it really wasn't the cash cow that I thought it could be, and so it stopped making sense for me, so I stopped. I get asked all the time, and I'm like, no. What do you mean? Should I get asked that all the time? Oh, about group practice? Oh yeah, no. I kind of got forced into it, and like I said, I made sure my whole like everybody that used to work for me is all independently licensed now. Thank God, they're all doing their thing. But I will never go back to group practice again. It seems like it's the logical next step, but it's not always, because it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. Oh yeah, absolutely. One thing about me is like when I make up my mind, I'm going to do it. Like I don't stick around because of nothing. Like I'm out. If it don't feel good, if it's not making sense, and especially if it ain't making financial sense, I'm gone. My last day at my job, I've been at for 3.5 years. All my patients are crying and want to follow me. I'm moving on to a new job with a higher position, but I'm going to start the private practice on the side. First off, congratulations. Secondly, like make sure you make your website or something like that where those people can continue following you along if they want to continue working with you, right? Because like I don't know if it's the same for LDAX or for substance abuse, but for us, we have to do termination sessions, and part of the termination sessions is like letting the clients know who they can reach out to or how they might be able to reach out to you if they want to continue working with you. So that way you kind of have like some sorts of clients still coming in your private practice. Something to consider. Not for everyone. Yeah, no, I pivot really fast. It's just, but it was strategic, obviously, because like we have clients, we have people with caseloads, we have real people working within the organization. So like I had to develop a plan, but eventually we transitioned them out because it was just no longer, it was no longer for me. So but some people love it. Like I know Lisa from Clinicians of Color. She's been doing group practice for like 30 years. It's been super successful, like millions, literally millions. And a lot of her niche is like getting the school contracts. So she gets a lot of school contracts. And so, oh, this is not a jumper, honey. This is a sweater, but thank you. She gets school contracts, so she makes a lot of money that way. She's been super successful that way, and so that's her thing. That's her jam. It works for some people, and for others it doesn't. I think there's just an unnecessary pressure for some of us to think that that's the next logical step, and it's not always, but for some people it is. Just think about it. Yeah, they absolutely love it. Yep, yep, yep. Put this away. What time is it? 2:57. Back to what I was doing. Yeah, no, we're not doing this. So Terry, I can't refer you to Headway. I got booted off, which is fine. But jump on the website, make a call. You should be fine. Mm-hmm. Someone's asking, I know nothing about DC and licensure. Sorry. Hey, Antoine. Mm, all right. I guess I'm gonna get some work done and let some questions come in for me. Because this is a working session. Hi there. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. We're just hanging. Dang, somebody's car just got taken. That's crazy. What's it called? Repossession? Yeah, somebody's car just got repossessed in my neighborhood. That's sad. Tough times. What are your thoughts on associate therapists and multiple streams of income? I think you absolutely should do it. When I was an associate, I was a hustler. I was a hustler. I was working overnight at the CSU. Weekends, I was at inpatient psych. Monday through Friday, I was at Kaiser Permanente. Like I was stacking. I think if you can do it, go for it. Like I think that's around the time I started talking or speaking rather. Wasn't always getting paid, but sometimes it's about visibility and then working your way to get paid. I'm for it. I wrote my book when I was an associate license clinician, and so I'm for it. Find your sweet spot and make it happen, right? Like there's I don't think there's anything out there that explicitly states that, as an associate licensed therapist that you can't have multiple streams of income. So go for it. Was there anything in particular you're considering? Sorry, y'all. I don't know if these are allergies or what's going on, but I'm very congested. Wow, you're literally the one who's encouraging of this. Thank you. You're welcome. I mean, have you heard otherwise? Like I said, if there's nothing explicit, one of the things about me is like I always come prepared, right? I always have like my code of ethics close by, and like this is the thing, right? There's nothing that explicitly states that us as or you all as associate licensed therapists can't have multiple streams of income, right? Like there's nothing that explicitly states that. So you're within your rights to do that. The matter, I think, what it comes down to is like what I've seen some people do as associates, and it's also going to depend on the state. Is like when they want to open private practices. Some states they allow it, and some states don't. I need to keep that paper handy. I love that you keep. Oh yes, I have it nice. It's in my office so that whenever a concern ever comes up, I can always refer back to the truth. Because a lot of people like to make things up, like, oh, social workers aren't supposed to do this. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. I'm like, where does it say that? It's not a matter of like interpretation. Like it's clearly written out there. So like, go for it. As long as you're not doing anything irresponsibly, unethically, then you're fine. I was thinking workshops or some services I can offer for businesses, but unsure what topics to do. You can absolutely do workshops. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing with working with businesses is just like, okay, what does the business need that you can provide? That's it. What does the business need that you can provide? Like I was working with like DoorDash and Angie's List and stuff like that. Like some big old tech companies before I was even individually licensed. Like I was getting it. What's the problem? Exactly what are you solving? What solution do you have for these businesses, right? Like I think that you have to start backwards. Like, okay, I want to work with the problems. What are the problems that the companies are having that you can provide a solution for, right? That's kind of how you have to think about it. Exactly. Currently in a business class to shift my mind out of social work business. I love that. That's so smart. Sometimes I think I should do that, but I don't know. That's awesome though. This is great advice. How do you find these positions? I mean, decline. No, I don't want anybody going live with me. Sorry, y'all. How do you? So they aren't. So the thing is, like, I think you gotta clarify what you're trying to do. Are you trying to work within these companies, or you're trying to work like as a consultant or like a contractor to bring like these workshops, right? Like those things are sort of different. I do agree that LinkedIn is amazing in many ways, although it's changing. But those things are really important. You got to sort of ask yourself, like, are you looking to be in a specific role versus like do this sort of on a contractual basis? But the roles exist. I think, a lot of them are under wellness, corporate wellness. Um, what are some other ones that I've seen? Mental health support or something like that. I know for a fact, like the FANG companies, right? Your what is FANG again? I can't even remember. So like your Googles, your Metas, your Apples, your those really big tech companies. A lot of the people and culture is another one. A lot of those companies tend to use third parties rather than hire directly within their organization. So they'll use third parties, and then those third parties will hire therapists and then do it. I knew this guy. He was really brilliant man. Worked for McKinsey, like all the big names, and he started a company. And his company got the contracts for some of these big companies to come in to do these like workshops, or like the one-to-one sort of mental coaching support for their staff members. So like he was able to finesse that through relationships, right? Like when you work at McKinsey, when you have that on your resume, you naturally just get pulled into a lot of these networks, and so like that's helpful for him. Even myself, right? I was able to do it, and it's not because I worked at McKinsey or anything like that, but like I have a really strong network, and so networking is going to be the game changer for a lot of opportunities. So get out there and meet people is the biggest thing, right? A lot of people like to sit and stay online, and there's a lot of great things that can happen out of here. But sometimes, at some point, you got to get out and meet people too. Yo, I'll be right back. I gotta run and grab something. I'll be right back. I'm back. Speaking of meeting people, you gotta get outside and meet people, yo. This is NASW. This is EpicCon. So this was like my um, first business conference that I went to. Like when I first got like serious and knew like I needed to like get it together. YouTube invited me to some mental health summit. Instagram invited me to something many moons ago. NASW again. Panoramic Experience was like a workplace conference, so I got to meet a lot of people, connect with a lot of amazing people. Actually, like this business coach, I can't remember her name, but she's awesome. I connected with her online as well, and so like we keep like we see what each other are doing. So like we'll think about each other when it comes to opportunities and situations. This was a good Afrotech. I went to Afrotech 3 times, I think. This most recent time was like 3 years ago. I went with DoorDash. So DoorDash brought me to bring down this idea. So they wanted this idea of like incorporating mental health. And so what we did was like these mental health minutes. And so I see some girl the other day post like she's the first ever mental health something. I'm like, no, you're not, honey. I am. What else? Millennial Social Work, Baddies in Tech. I was a speaker at Baddies in Tech. That was really cool. Got to meet a lot of people. I guess I went to EpicCon twice. But yeah, like get out there and meet people. Get out there and meet people. That's how you're gonna build that network, and that's how people like this is all YouTube stuff. But that's how you're gonna meet people. Something with her, some of the other. But yeah, that's how you meet people. That's how like they consider you for opportunities. A lot of this stuff is like happens based off networks. A lot of this stuff happens based off like who you know in relationships. And so like you gotta get outside and meet people. Put this back. Wait, tell us more about mental health minutes project. Oh, yes, I can tell you more. Give me a second. They printed out a whole guide. Let's see if I have it still. I can't find the book, but they printed out this whole thing, and I'm in it with the DoorDash team. But anyways, it was just this idea of just like, okay, obviously we're at a work conference, we're at a business conference. And so the idea was just like to talk to people about how they were incorporating mental health or how they like different kind of just sparking different conversations about mental health. And so like if they wanted to talk to a therapist, like a quick chat with a therapist, I was with the DoorDash team. So I was over at the DoorDash table. I have videos somewhere on it, but those videos didn't really pop off for whatever reason. The algorithm doesn't love me. But yeah, I have the videos. And so that was the whole premise of the project that I did with DoorDash, or one of the, I've done so many projects with DoorDash, and it's because I have relationships with people at DoorDash. And so that was a mental health minute project that we did, or we launched rather, at Afrotech, and everybody loved it. Everybody loved it. Like the leadership team was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. We need to keep doing this. And so like, and they paid for me to come. They paid for me to be there, dinner, everything, paid me. And so like, it was an awesome opportunity. That's amazing. What other projects did you do or launch? I'm working on one now. I won't say the name of the company. I have a meeting at 3:30. So I do a lot of clinical product development. So like overseeing, making sure that a lot of these things that are getting launched in these for these tech companies, like they're just clinically concise, right? They make sense for therapists. They also are safe for users. And so I do a lot of that right now. And again, that was a relationship that they considered, literally the CEO was just like, yeah, we were gonna hire a mental health consultant, but he's just like, wait a minute, I know somebody. And then he called me and I was just like, yeah, I'd love to do that. Thank you. So I'm doing that now. I've done some other stuff for like with some other companies like Angie's List and um so Zapier, like I've done a lot of cool. I'm so grateful. I don't say this to boast or brag. I don't say this to like for anything else other than I'm just grateful for where like things have taken me and relationships have taken me. That's why like I am such a big stickler, or like I reinforce this idea that relationships matter. And even me sometimes, like I'm an introvert. I don't like always being out talking to people, especially after a long day of therapy, even though I don't really have those days as much these days. But like you gotta get out there and meet people. Like I've met some amazing people that are just advocates of me. And like I think about my friend um, Robert Johnson. He's a millionaire, right? Like I have a lot of millionaire friends too, so it helps being around the right people. But I remember one time I told him what I was charging for like my speaking engagements, and he was just like, "Girl, don't you ever charge that again." And like I didn't know. I felt like what I was charging was fair. And because of him, like I can confidently ask for more money, right? Like, and I can get aligned with opportunities when he hosts his conference. Like he's having me come and he's paying me, and like when I think of opportunities too, like I'm thinking of him. And so like that's the power of relationships. Do most people find you on social media, or what platform? I think a combination of like LinkedIn. I don't really get too, I mean, I get brand partnerships here from TikTok, but not really like business deals. But I would say mostly like LinkedIn and word of mouth, or somebody referring me to somebody else. Now I'm sad I can't find that book to show y'all. Give me a second. Oh. Oh, here it is. So this was the Afrotech 2022, DoorDash, Afrotech, and that is me. Chicharron! Hi Alejandro! How are you? Yeah, that's me. With my mental health minute. There. So, yeah. The variety in your business is my literal dream, and I just appreciate. Oh, thank you. This variety was my dream too, and so like I'm so excited. Like that's I just wake up with an immense amount of gratitude every day. Another day, another dollar, boo. I hear you, boo. I hear you, boo. I'm surprised you aren't live. I love that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. So the thing is, you can do anything you want to do. Hardest thing, really, literally, is to believe that you can do it, and then take the necessary steps. And sometimes you don't know the necessary steps. Sometimes, and that's why you got to pay for business coaching. That's why you got to pay for consulting. Like that's why you get the help that you need to get to the place that you're at, right? I wouldn't be here if I didn't invest in myself. I wouldn't be here if I didn't like get outside of the house and meet people. I wouldn't be here if I didn't get online and show up and show my face every day as well too, right? Like there's value in that too, and being strategic around that is also very important. Oh, yeah, they had Bubba Wallace too. There's a whole team of us down there. So that was really cool. Very grateful. All right. Well, I'm about to jump off because I got to go to a meeting. But it's great hanging with y'all. You know, it's never easy for me to come on live, but I try to do it. And today was good. Today's a reminder that I need to keep doing this. So I'm gonna sign off, but make sure y'all keep being great and amazing. Um, and we will talk later. Thank you so much for answering. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. No problem. I mean, I love engaging and having these conversations. So thank you for being in this space and engaging with me as well. So thank you. I'm signing off until next time. Maybe I'll try to do this on a weekly basis. Don't hold me to that, but we'll see. All right. Take care. All right. YouTube friends, I'm signing out. It's been real.